Just
Real being ready.
the real being ready because we live on YouTube too. There we go. Yeah. We're gonna let people come in here. Shout out to y'all. We got King's Corner podcast in the building. Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's the corner.
This is
Corner of the King.
This is officially the first episode of Poddin Around, which is something I created to connect with podcasters around around the city, whether they in the city or out of state. Y'all from the city as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Is it Eastside Long Beach?
All day.
Okay, we got Eastside Long Beach, and we got the West Side, the South Central. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got King Rose, and we have I Am King in the building.
Right.
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
And for those that's tuning in now live, shout out to we got No Rules in the building in the back. You know what I'm saying? We here live at Townhouse, studios, if not.
Shout out No Rules, man. Shout out No Rules.
Shout out No Rules. So this is the first episode of a situation I have called Poddin Around, where it's like extra footage for those that follow us, and it's also good to, promote others' podcasts. And what people don't know, y'all have King's Corner podcast coming out when y'all dropping?
On the 12th, on Friday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. For those that are in different time zones, 8 p.m. Mountain time and so forth and so forth. But
welcome you all to the King's Corner podcast Friday live.
Friday night, man.
Live in there.
Okay. So
best thing going.
And not only are y'all podcasters, y'all are also, rappers and producers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, King Rose, which, as on my side of town, we known as B-Face or Babyface Roy. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing this nigga since is it 10th grade or 11th grade? Which one is it?
10th grade, bro. 10th grade, Gardena High, man.
10th grade. So in 10th grade, you're 15 years old. He was one of the niggas that I met when I came back from Palmdale and came back to the city. And he's one of the first niggas as far as high school that I clicked with and on some rap shit, you know what I'm saying? And through him years later, I met my guy I Am King, you know what I'm saying? Through music, I feel we had a mutual respect for each other on music and everything, and just as individuals. And as my guy, he I know he don't fuck with many people, so when there's somebody that's around him like that, I know they solid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to a song.
I remember the moment that I met you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been all love on both sides. I'm gonna play a song off the album Well, okay. You introduce the song. You know what I'm about to play. You introduce your song and who it's featuring. And I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna let you do it, and I'm gonna start the joint. You go ahead and introduce the song.
First of all, I want to say shout out to King's Corner podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to being ready.
Yeah.
Solid from day one.
Yeah.
And this song is from the I Am King album, the 2020 album, The American Atheist. And the name of the song is Mother Earth, featuring King Rose and I Am King. And this is on a song that was on this album and our joint venture 2 albums we have, The Luxurious Retreat and The Extended Stay. I want you guys to listen. I want you to enjoy, because it has a message to it and it kills all this whackness that's out there, and we love that. because that's the type of MCs we are. We're MCs since we're kids. Watch the skill set.
Sir. Go.
Devastating. Yeah.
I just want to be free of all false gods and saints. I just want to be free of all government restraints. Free to express the inner workings of my artistry. Free to live modestly. A place where my history's told honestly. Free enough to forfeit my property privately without street shit. The niggas or bitches acting honorary. A place where a woman could honor me. Giving her all of my dollary. Here, she has no worries. We live on my salary. No media or bullshit they telling me. Here, blacks have no division. Nothing but nutrition comes out of the kitchen. Here, I'm free from organized religion. My third eye so fly. We believe in reincarnation after we die. So why cry? I'm here for you, you here for me. Every morning, we look up to the sky, giving our praises to the sun. I just wanna be free. 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 When I come rescue me, I need some place where I can reach God. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. Would you come rescue me? Free from the jail cells, free from the crack cells, free like a nigga facing 10 with no fuck bill. Dreams of a king facing trial with no love there. Brother checking in.
Turn up.
Yeah, I just wanna be free. American dream, escaping my poverty. Static clean king rose like Dre near J.I.R. Okay, free like that chick from BT. Robbery with my camaraderie, nigga team us. Underground Harriet Tubman that shows to free us. I wanna walk in them stars like Jigga and Nas with Biggie and Pop. Pray the show don't stop. And when I get to the top, may the keys unlock everything to my dream that I was wishing for. Cause I was once dead broke, nigga pissing broke. Free. Mother Earth, when you swing back, I just wanna be free. 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 Would you come rescue me? I need some place where I can reach God. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. Would you come rescue me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was
that set the mood off right there, man.
Man.
that was Mother Earth off I Am King, one half of King Corner's podcast. Album called,
Yacht Club.
One half of the Yacht Club with the album called American Atheist. Before we hop into, the King's Corner podcast situation, explain what was the aim and the intent with the American Atheist album.
Pretty much it's a accumulation of a lot of research I had done, because when I was raised up, I realized that everything that I saw wasn't really reality and what was going on. So, I scripted that album. It took me a year to script it. I had my boy Rose there to support me and put some, some vocals and, he kills the singing and the rapping, man. So, I respect the skill set, man. We came together one night. We were sitting back in the home studio and it blew up. Everything we do blow up like that. You know what I mean? So basically, the album is vicious, man, and it'll take you to a different space, man. I'm very, very proud of that album.
Sir.
One of the
Yeah,
things
I'm an MC first.
one of the things that I noticed with the album is, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like there was a lot of food. I won't say a lot, but there was some food influence on not as far as song or bars, but like the feel of the album, meaning the samples you chose, the beats you chose, the boom bap parts you chose, and you also produced on this album, correct?
Yes, sir. MF Doom has been a major influence on me ever since he was in the KMD group back with Bleach was. I always listened Black Bastards, and I always listened to Doom. The skill set. I try to, he's in my top 5, so I have an appreciation of that man and his skill set. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Yeah, it wasn't directly influenced, but yeah.
Well, yeah, not saying like you took from, but it just had a feel like, and just like a lot of times Doom wasn't understood because of the different approach he took with sounds and samples. You know what I'm saying? So like when I listen to that album, I can see how it can get overlooked. Because in all honesty, like I overlooked Doom for a long time until somebody said, "Look, I know it's weird, but if you listen to the scheme and how he's rhyming and all that, you appreciate him." And I did.
Yeah.
So with you, like rhyme schemes, samples, it can get overlooked in the entirety of what it really is, and a lot of people miss out on good art because of that. You know what I'm saying? Just that, that song, like it's been a lot of times.
I do that purpose.
Go ahead.
I do that on purpose, bro. I do that purposefully because only the people that's meant to hear you will hear your messages. Because like an album I have coming out now called Galactic Most Dominant. I just put a single out, dedication to Doom, but the whole album is originality. You know what I mean? Something that we stray away from nowadays. Be yourself, be who you are. So I don't do no clowning around and no dances and all. I just MC. I'm great at putting down what I'm thinking in my mind on paper and expressing out to the world. It may not be exactly your flavor, but you know what I'm saying? I'm artsy. I'm one of them people that you smoke, you kick back, you put it on, you turn the lights out, and then when you're done with it, you done learn something, and you're like, okay, I don't have an appreciation of this man and his MCing.
Right now, and shout out to those that's just now tuning in. I am being ready, and this is the actual first episode of Poddin Around, in which this is where I get with other, podcasters and anything to do with podcasts. This is what we do here, and we're here with King's Corner Podcast, who are dropping their first episode on Friday. At what time, y'all?
7 p.m. Pacific time.
And I'm here
7 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Mountain time.
We're here with I Am King and King Rose. I'm here in California. You guys are out in Arizona, but you guys are from California. We just got off of a song, if you missed it, off I Am King's album, American Atheist. He had a song called Mother Earth featuring King Rose. That track have a real Outcast feel, AT-Aliens feel. When I first heard it, I said, yo, that shit sound like AT-Aliens. Like that. As soon as the beat dropped, and I said, okay, it almost remind me of the Outcast track. It's number 10. I think it's called Mainstream on AT-Aliens. It got a mainstream. That's actually my favorite song on that album. but it have a mainstream type feel.
Right.
So we also got into how I met you two, King's Corner, and we I came out there last year to Arizona for a weekend, and that was and it's crazy because now we are in a pandemic, but y'all remember I came out there and I didn't have a voice, which looking back in retrospect, I actually had COVID at that point. You know what I'm saying? We out there at the condo. Y'all put on when we had the I can't remember. Did y'all eat food? Did y'all eat there? Yeah, y'all ate.
Yeah. Salmon and asparagus, nigga.
Yeah. Asparagus tips.
That fire, you feel me? Put my girl to sleep and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we broke down.
We had
Real
the salmon and the asparagus. We had the drinks flowing, and we did a podcast that aired, and I put that out for our supporters on Patreon as, you know, an extra. They basically donate a month, and that was one of the episodes. Like, I didn't put it up other places. Like, this is a gem for y'all, because I know how interesting and dope this podcast is going to, you know, come. You know, it was like, you know, y'all this is something important, and I feel like y'all should tune into this. It's like, put that much important. Like, even with this situation here, like, you know, my nigga B-Face, you know, it's tough for me to, I can't call him, it's hard for me to call him King Rose, even though that's what he go by, but, you know, from the street level, like, I'm used to calling this nigga B-Face, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't call this nigga nothing else but B-Face.
Right.
So when I mention B-Face,
hey, all the same, man. All the
it's
same.
King Rose, but, you know, I knew, like, that this podcast situation was gonna be dope, you know, and that was last year where it was coming about, and of course the pandemic pushed everything back, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know if that was last week or a week and a half ago, but B-Face, you posted that you had purchased the mixer. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we shoot the shit back and forth, and you purchase the mix, and I say, yo, I hit you. I'm like, yo, it's about time. Like, I am genuinely happy about this podcast coming about, because
appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah, and there's nothing fake. Like, just because I know my nigga, you know, it's not that. The thing is that you have somebody that was raised Christian doing a podcast with somebody that's an atheist. Like, I don't know if people understand the craziness of that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, just that alone, and you would think like those two can't coexist, right? And like, and not to say that, you know, my nigga B-Face is a perfect Christian. I'm just saying he was raised Christian. So like, you believe in Jesus and God to where, you know, my guy I Am King, he don't, you know, atheists basically don't believe in that. You know, I don't fully understand, like, atheists. I don't know if it's the Big Bang Theory or what's the backstory to it, but what we know from both, like, there's different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all, but for y'all to be as close as y'all are in the real world, like, it's like atheist is not supposed to be close with somebody from a Christian background, but you guys obviously have found a place to where that it don't usually go where, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I felt like, you know, it was like I messed with the podcast before I heard anything. Like, you know, my nigga knew, like, hey nigga, I'm thinking about, okay, cool, we coming out there, we gonna put you on, the network, and we gonna get you out there. And that's why with this situation, I say, I want to give people an insight on y'all podcast. Whether y'all was with Townhouse or y'all doing y'all thing, like forget that. Like it's just content. I'm for the podcast culture to where, this is what it is, and I feel like something like this in podcasts haven't been done yet. Atheist, Christian, raised is different. Yeah. So give the people that's listening right now an insight. What could they expect from the King's Corner podcast?
After that, you go in for 5 seconds. Shit, man. Raw, real, right? Unfiltered, right? Just something that the world need to hear, man. Manhood lessons, mutual respect. Our culture, everything that matters to not only Black people, just people that's open to a consciousness. Period, man. That's what it is. It. Like that's how I feel. You got something to add with that, bro?
Oh yeah, man. Because we come from different backgrounds, but it starts with a mutual respect as men. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of things to say to the world. And people that feel in the middle, most people that I know are spiritual people. Right. So we have things, we have both angles, and with the mutual respect for each other, and then we have an opportunity to open dialogue. It's like you said, the two people usually don't mix, so we're an avenue for people from both sides to be cohesive in the middle.
To the table. Exactly.
Y'all showing people like it can happen. We don't have to be divided. Like we can coexist, because at the end of the day, it's, do you have love for people? Whether what you believe in, do you have love for people?
Right.
And if you love people and you love, like, I don't care. And that's why I don't get in the mix of people who are Trump supporters or people who are Biden supporters. Like, I don't care about that. I care about how you treat me, how you care about me and my people. Like, you can be a Trump supporter. Cool, whatever. But that don't necessarily mean you're a racist. You have your reasons for being a Trump supporter or being a Biden supporter. We know what Biden and Vice President did, to some of our people. You know what I'm saying? But if you choose to follow them, I don't knock you. I judge you off of how you live your everyday life and how you treat people.
As long as you're respectful.
Right. Respect it. Respect it or neglect it.
At that as your basis.
Straight up. Like that. Yep. Period. And I think as, people just need to come together, man. This whole fucking world is in a pandemic, shit, man. It's all that bullshit to the left, man, and everybody, I hope, can get on one accord, dude. 'Cause you don't know when your time.
Like-minded individuals, you know what I mean? And then people that's not like-minded, they still gonna learn something. And if they don't learn something, then come and catch a beating. With knowledge, you know what I mean? Because I'll beat your ear off with knowledge. You know what I mean? I scare people with facts, and everything is based on reality and fact.
Sir,
preach,
sir.
And like I said, no matter whether you Christian, Islam, Buddha, whatever you believe in, look, people are people. We know we are here. We know what harm is. You don't have to believe in a higher power to understand what's wrong and what's right. You feel me? I'm saying? So that right there is enough. What's wrong is wrong. What's right is right.
Hey, ready. Sidebar. Check this out. For the world to see me holding this mic, my arms are getting tired. I forgot my mic stand, and that's the kind of goofy stuff I do. You can laugh all night. I'm gonna be doing this all night with my arms. You know what I mean? My shit is tired. Both arms. Like, God, man. I just want to say that. So anybody say,
No,
Exactly.
he's not.
I'm not. I will not forget my mic stand this Friday.
I got on his fucking head, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, this nigga forgot the laptop charger and some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but look, we here though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Ben Ready, man. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the invite, bro. That's real.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just had to say that because I know it's
you
gonna
good.
be somebody like, damn, his arms
good.
gotta
Like,
be
damn,
tired.
this thing keeps switching. I'm gonna go into a.
It's all
I'm
good.
gonna go into a song. This song is by. This song is by King Rose. B-Face is what I call him. This song is called California Finest.
Oh
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? So California Finest.
Oh yeah. Hey, let's go. Let's go, man.
Oh, it's
Let's
such
go, man.
Oh.
Live on that one right
Hey,
now.
tell him, you gotta tell him the introduction to the album.
Yeah. Shit, California's Finest, man. This shit was on the Book of Rose, man. My first album, you know what I mean? Fresh out the gate.
Going for music.
I went hard. I wrote everything I felt. Whatever was in my gut, in my spirit, it came out. And you know I'm a Cali boy, so I'm a represent for the state that I'm from. Let's go. Let's go. I'm still California's finest. Hey.
From the city where them baby mamas fight, and the bitches leaving niggas they get cheated on by dykes. In the 90s we was pushing through your hood on them bikes like survival of a menace when you nearly lost your life. Every mama from my city talk religiously to Christ, yeah. Pac say to live and die in LA. Like I'd rather do more living before you come to my way. Like I'd rather serve you drinks when you come to my place. 100 roses from my pictures when I'm lying in state. Yeah, I'm the underground king when it come that late. True story, got it tatted on my stomach to remind me when I'm eating that a nigga stay hungry. Like Nip hustle, victory lap, I stay running to pimp a butterfly. At that time I was coming, knocking down those shows back to back every summer. Thinking out the box, so I moved to Arizona. Static plug me in, now I'm fucking up they moment. Grown folk music, just consider this. How you wonder? I put on for my city like LeBron doing numbers. I stay dumb and
Hey. I'm still California's finest. Hey. I'm the California's finest.
Yeah.
I done run out of shot. I done did it.
Oh my bad.
I told you to go get a fifth, nigga.
I feel like I think I'm doing a good job of keeping it level with the music and the podcast, and like I'm trying to multi-plug people to plug the music and the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So that right there was King Rose, California Finest off the album The Book of Rose, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now,
That's fucking right, man. Shit.
Now, B-Face.
Best album I've ever heard.
With that album, what was the angle or what was the creative side of you going into that album?
Transition. Moving from everything I knew all my life to moving to somewhere where I didn't know shit. And, you know, shit, I locked in on my music, man, and it came from the gut and from the heart. And that's what you got. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, for me, it was transition, man. You know, something new, something fresh, something, you know, like a new beginning, like, you know, destroying and rebuilding anew, bro. You know?
Now,
Album was dope as hell. In my top 10.
Now, the dope part is this nigga been talented for a long time. And it, like I said, I met B-Face. I met B-Face in high school, and when we met, it was like, yo, you rap? Yeah, I rap too. And it was like, nigga, we was spitting bars back and forth, and it's crazy because I was soloed, and I was in a rap group with two of the homies off my block, the Bad Seeds, and it was three of us. And I'm like, yo, we need to add B-Face to the group. Now, mind you, me and B-Face had joints we was working on outside of the Bad Seeds joint where we had a joint with Marquisha.
Drastic Shots.
Yeah, that was the name of the group, the Drastic Shots joint, which is he was drastic at the time. I was 16 shots at the time. We had Marquisha baby daddy on there with us. We had to Disrespect Me. Shout out to everybody in Belize. We also had we had the joint to that high tech joint that and it sound like it kind of sound churchy, like we had a high tech joint. Remember we got that high tech joint from Cuddy and them. But as music wise, like you always was musically like that, and you even played the keyboard, and pianos and shit, and like you can make beats, and it was dope. And it's crazy that when you think about it, life like paths cross for a reason, and you doing music, you meeting Reg, and we hear years later, it's like, damn, that's crazy. Like, it was just like, it seemed like it was set in stone. Like, can y'all, for the listeners that's going to be tuning into King's Corner, can y'all break down how y'all met and how y'all got to this point to where y'all at right now?
Yeah, I was out in San Diego. I was working for a defunct company called, don't put them on wax, but but they was whack as fuck. Well, I was working for this company, San Diego, and feeling it. But hell no. But what happened was I had transferred my job down to was it Gardena?
Yeah, Gardena.
Yeah, I transferred from San Diego to Gardena. I'm trying to get back into LA. I get back there and I run into Steve-O, st.dat. Rest in peace.
RP. Oh, man, wait, time out.
Ran into ST.
Time out.
First day working for this.
Rest in peace, Steve-O. And those that's watching, we have a small delay, due to the internet or whoever the powers that be. Rest in peace, Steve-O. Steve-O, like, not to cut you off, but Steve-O, man, he was a good dude. Rest in peace. I think I met Steve-O before I met Reg, and Steve-O was like, and that was like, at the time, the Bad Seeds was over, and, B-Face had King Rose went and branched out, and he made, his lane. He kept continuing doing music, and he bumped into Steve-O, and Steve-O, when me and Steve-O see each other, I be like, hey man, I said, Steve-O, look, you gotta stay on this nigga B-Face, cause he ain't gonna be on it. Hit me up, nigga. He like, nigga, I know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he would hit me, and I think that's how, like, when I had that that studio equipment for sale, I was going through Steve-O. Steve-O was the nigga I was talking to, and then I met up with B-Face, but man, he was a good dude, and it's unfortunate that he passed away so early, man. So and we gonna get into that too because I seen y'all came out with a dedication album, and then y'all got another one coming out. We'll get into that in a minute, but take the people back into how you two met each other.
Right. All right. So I'm with Steve-O the first couple of days that I'm working at this company. We had some comedy shit happen. We had to dump some guy and some girl got to him. We had to dump the guy's stuff on his mama's porch. We had comedy like a motherfucker through that. But anyway, then I ran into Rose. And then when I ran into Rose, I realized after a couple of days that we were like-minded individuals, that we do music. And he was like so kicked back and relaxed with himself. He was confident within himself. So I always reach for people that have confidence in the down to earth ass people. So he invited me over. I came over and hung out and stuff. It was classic after that, man. We jailed. What I mean? Our personalities collected and we was on the same type of shit. So, it was all respect. Because I think the first time I kicked it with you, he was over at his house and he had a transformed garage. That shit was cold in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, I still got the videos. We was busting and kicking it and drinking alcohol. And after that day, we was inseparable.
Yeah. B-Face, he was saying on...
You know what I'm talking about.
Was that the east side of Long Beach? That was the east side of Long Beach? That's still the east side? Wherever that was at in Long Beach.
That was in Compton. That was in Compton.
Okay. Well, that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So in Compton. Okay. So we met over in Compton, and then I brought up the spot over in Long Beach when the other studio. So B-Face. He kept the music where that was the gap. That was the bridge. Like I would be on his head about music. And it's like, okay, this is what it is. But y'all actually met through music and y'all are growing into this podcast game together.
Yeah. It's funny how things happen, man. Like you say, we met over music first, through the bro, RIP. And we started developing our own relationships, shit he fuck with, I fuck with. And then, we kind of, found out each other's background, or whatever. And, it was still cool after that. It was just all respect, And we've been rocking ever since, man. Ever since. And, to take it up to where it is now, like you say, last year we started, the plan for, starting it, if you want to say. And then the pandemic hit and that kind of slowed things down, but we kept rolling. We're dedicated to it. We are dedicated to it, and that's where we are, to this day. But
okay, right. So, I got another song because we brought up Steve-O.
Just let you know, we have 2 albums we put out.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead, get into that.
Oh, I just want to plug the 2 albums, because I want to say, because when we first started recording together, I think, what's the name of that first joint we did? But anyway, I know the name right off my head. It's on the album, but it took me 6 months because my man, we going through stuff, and every time I would run into him, we would record something, a tidbit here, a tidbit there. Because I remember you said yourself, you was like, "Yeah, man, how'd you get him to sit down and make a whole album?" So we put together the Luxurious Retreat, came out in 2019. You remember that?
Right.
Yeah, we put that together, 20 songs, man, and it was just pure raw, And after that, we just came out with the extended stack.
Real shit.
Beautiful albums, man. I go out there and listen to those.
And that's
give us your feedback. Call into King Corner Podcast and let us know what you think about them joints.
And that's how the Yacht Club was born, right? So I had a song. This one is off of King Rose album. What's the name of this joint? Is it called The Manifest?
Yeah. second album is called The Manifest. After the
Okay.
Roses, The Manifest. Yeah.
Okay, this is the second official album. So this song, The Manifest, has Steve O, rest in peace, on it, correct?
Yeah, man. That's something that we recorded. It never got released. But I felt like it went, it kicked me into that whole album, basically. You feel me? Like, that was some other emotions that I was on, but it kicked me into that phase of the album to where, I was manifesting at that point in my life. You feel me?
Shout out to Cali Generals.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Cali General. So right here, we're gonna go into a music break. We have King Rose. Well, fuck that. Nigga, you bring in the song. Bring in the Manifest joint.
Yeah, so this is King Rose. The album is The Manifest. The song is The Manifest, featuring my boy RIP Steve-O ST ... that. Zone 1, we here. Let's go.
Come on, give it up.
Wow, this is very exciting. Very exciting. I'm glad y'all came.
Roosevelt,
Yeah, glad y'all come.
Manifest. Last night I was turned up on one dumb juice, feeling loose, vision blur. Who are you? Where we at? What time is it? Maybe I need to fade out. Keep drowning in this liquor, looking for my way out. Last night, the time of my life, the feeling was right. The team looking right, my niggas was turned. These hoes looking nice, the weed got me high. I'm live on the stage, the music went fire. The pussy was tight, straight to the house. What's on my mind? Let me some pipe. Switch whispered in my ear, I'm the king for the night. Kush weed in my henny, nigga, this is a life. If I died and came back, I would do this shit twice. I'm the Black Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Kidding me?
If I died and came back, I would do this shit twice. I'm the Black Jesus Christ. But can't stop my vision. No.
Stop my vision. Hey.
Stop my vision. Say words production. You want can't stop my vision. Stop my vision. Can't stop my vision. Shit might be clearer than day. Fuck around, nigga, just might drift it away. End up anywhere, 20 minutes I'm playing to stay away from these punk ass niggas that hate. Okay, the most lyricists, the most consistent niggas in this game that you been dealing with. It's a Holocaust, nigga, we been killing shit. So we really try to figure what the business is.
All you do, you get your shit together, you work all week, right? Then you get dressed, maybe second, $125. You get $80. If he lucky. Right, you go out, get clean, he driving with his old lady, going out to a club, please pull up.
All right, put your hands up, take your pants down, spread your cheeks. Are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't feel like having fun after that.
All you want, but can't stop my vision.
Get your kids and shit.
Stop my vision. Stop my vision. Hey, all you want, but can't stop my vision.
Yeah.
Stop my vision. Can't stop my vision.
I'm killing shit like Call of Duty, my aim, ridiculously pain. I'm bringing a bang to the cypher. I got lanes, I'm in my pawn, I'm gone. That's a blown switcher, fucking with the wrong ones. We all high to the sky, I'm really lifted. Empire State shit, and that's the word around town. I'm on some ape shit, I'm losing my mind. I'm trying to stay grounded, I'm ahead of my time. I'm the bubble that didn't pop, you know when I ate. I'm the star in the mirror, when I'm talking to God, I preach to you, give you sermons, no Eric Sherman. I'm on a higher learning, temperature rising, I'm Ice Cube. Get it? I'm Ice Cube. I'm over you niggas. This street rap, baby. Steve-O ST ... baby.
Hey, all you want, but can't stop my vision. Stop my vision. Stop my vision. Hey, all you want, but can't stop my vision. Stop my vision. Can't stop my vision.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I got something for your ass. Got some advice. Better lay off that narcotic shit that made you null and void. I ain't lying, boy. What's wrong with you? Why don't you straighten up, get a job? Get a job!
Yeah, that was King Rose with the song Manifest, featuring
You talking crazy. Motherfucker, you talking to the kid.
let me ask you about that song.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Now did Reg have anything to do with the mixing of that song? Cause that sound like it was produced by it low key sound like both of y'all had something to do with that, like the sampling and all that.
Nah, in this case it wasn't. We, that was like kind of like, he didn't have nothing to do with it, but I know the first time he heard that motherfucker, he was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all did that, like, bro. And,
you know what's funny? Like,
listening to that shit right now, bro, that shit give me.
It's funny now. It's messing up because we have a delay, but that song, whoever produced that track, you picked it perfectly because it sounded like a track that you would produce. And then the sampling that I hear from a I Am King album, that sampling in there sound like it was him. So, it just seemed like the universe in line to where that beat fell into your hands, where it's like, yo, this had its feel because y'all rocking together. Did you record that album out there in AZ?
Nah, yeah, I did actually. I did. That song I didn't record in AZ. I recorded that in Long Beach, of course, at the time. But the rest of the album, yes, it was recorded here. After the Book of Rose, both of them albums was recorded here. To the exception of a couple songs, but most of them projects was recorded right here. Beautiful album.
So explain to the people that's
Beautiful
just
album.
Now tuning into King's Corner podcast, dropping their first episode Friday at 7. Is it 7 p.m.? Pacific Standard Time.
Friday night.
7. Now
7 p.m. Pacific Time.
Y'all met in California, and y'all both are living in AZ. Y'all are politicking. Y'all making albums out there. Y'all shooting videos. Y'all came up with King's Corner podcast. Explain to the listeners how this came about. Like, did y'all agree to go out there at the same time? How did both of y'all end up? Y'all met in California. How did both of y'all end up in AZ?
Most definitely, man. The bro was living in San Diego at the time, and I was out here probably for 2 years at the time, if you want to say. We just got to chopping it, man. We were still doing music, but it was like emailing shit. Email this verse, email this hook, back and forth like that. And bro was talking moving out this way, man. And so I chopped it up, with wifey or whatever, and was like, hey, the bro need a spot to chill at for a minute. You feel me? Till he get on his shit. You know what I mean? And we put that together like that, and a nigga packed this shit up all in the car on my mama, no lie, in a fucking Buick. That nigga drove all the way from San Diego in a Buick. This whole nigga, I think the police pulled him over and some more shit. You could see out the back of the nigga window when he pulled up to my house. I'm like, nigga. But that's how it happened, man. And then he ended up coming out here, man, and shit, it's been on ever since. And that's been a couple years now, since he been out here. I've been out here 4 years. He been out here a couple years after that.
Yeah, I was out here before, in 2007. And I know how it is out here. So my boys out here, that's my brother. And I was staying down in San Diego on the gas lamp. I'm working and I'm like, I need to change the scenery. So my brother's out here, so I got family out here. So it was the best move for me. It's been eventful, but it's still been fruitful at the same time since I've been here.
Most definitely.
But the thing that
a lot of stuff we have done, we wouldn't have done, So.
And I don't mean to cut y'all off. It's just a lag. So forgive me if you feel like I'm cutting y'all off. I'm not. I'm gonna say like a lot of people are actually leaving LA and California to go to like Vegas, Arizona, Atlanta, Alabama. So it's like it shows like there's green on the other side when there's people who feel like they can't leave California because we used to. California is one of a kind. It's like no other state. And other states can say that, but here, like everybody want to come here. We used to this. Winter when it come to winter, winter can be feeling like summer, and it it's different. It's just different. So, we used to it, and a lot of people are afraid to take that step to go to the next state and be like, I can flourish out here or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So y'all of the King's Corner podcast, both of y'all are Cali born and raised. And you both choose to take that step into going out because, in all honesty, y'all know what it's like in Southern California, man. Southern California is especially, it's crazy, and especially right now, it's hella killings going on. Rest in peace to the little homie Tata, lost his life, several weeks ago, man, and it's just crazy out here, man, and
Rest in peace.
It's a lot of nonsense going on out here, and a lot of people feel like this is just where I'm at, and y'all show that you can leave and start somewhere else. Start over is fresh. Like I'm pretty sure out there you may not be looking over your back as much as you was out here, or whatever the case. It just feel like more free. Like I know when I face when I came through, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like different, you know what I'm saying? But excuse me, back to King's Corner podcast. What could on the first episode do you, without giving out everything, what could the people expect from this first episode? And is it the first episode or is it a pilot? It's first. Like y'all going for the gusto. What could they expect for this from this first episode? Yo, this really.
All right, before we get into that, I just want to say about the statement that you just said. The only thing to fear is fear itself. You know what I mean? The same thing that's going on out there is going on out here. It's just you get to maneuver just a little bit more because out here, I don't have to worry about the police fucking with me. I don't never see police. I don't never see them. You know what I mean? I don't see the drama. You got to go and find the drama. In LA, the drama's everywhere. You can't avoid it. Hatred and jealousy is everywhere, but out here, you got to go and look for the jealousy and the hatred. But besides, so that's all I want to say about that. But besides, on the King Corner podcast, we're gonna see. Right now, I'm filtering myself. You know what I mean? I'm being cool and collected. Oh shit! And on the King Corner podcast, you're gonna get an array of, it's gonna challenge you in your belief system and the things that you grew up with and everything because it's a platform for us. Yeah, I'm a villain. And I know I'm a villain, so I'm just going to challenge everything that you think you know and everything that you know, and I'm going to base everything on facts. And my boy, he has the voice of choice. I call him the voice of choice. You know what I mean? And his knowledge is vast. So we're gonna pretty much kill the game on that, But me, I'm just gonna keep it gutter. What you got to say about it, bro?
Shit, I think, on this first episode, you're gonna get that raw. If it's a pilot or not, not quite decided. A pilot is technically a first episode, so we're just gonna come out the gate swinging, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be raw. I can tell you that. No filters. Like, we're not here for that. We're here to tell you the truth, speak the facts. Give you a different perception on life, bring you that real shit. Our black culture, if anything before anything, our black culture, because we are kings and queens, right?
Right.
And that's what people need to know. You know what I mean? It's certain topics and situations that we deal with every day on a daily basis that need to be discussed, and that's what we bring it. All right.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
And both of y'all, all three of us have been through pain, from loss and family members and people we love, man, and that have a lot to do with, our present. Our past have a lot to do with our present. Whether a lot of people wanted to deal with it or not, a lot of shit from our childhood and past, whether it's few years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever it is, it has a lot to do. And a lot of people are afraid to deal with that head on. You know what I mean? So, from dealing with y'all, I think with this podcast, it would have a deeper feel to what, the average podcast is used to, because it's rare that people would come with this type of podcast where it's really like two worlds colliding, and that's something y'all can really work into the pushing it. Like that's what it is. Christian atheist podcast, and then it's dope. And people, it's a lot of stuff y'all may agree on where people be like, "Oh, nah, how can that happen?" But like I said, with this right here, this podcast, you can most definitely show like it's not about what race, creed, religion. It's about love. You know what I'm saying? Nah? What, love? Oh, I think this is talking about what I'm talking about. But it is in all actuality, like I feel like I feel like love can and not just I love you type situation, but just love in general. It can really conquer a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's facts. Because you gotta have an understanding to get an understanding.
You gotta
know what I'm saying?
You gotta have comprehension. You can understand, but you gotta comprehend. That's the word of the day. In the book of Nicolations.
Yeah.
We have in the book of Nicolations, it's not understanding, it's comprehension. That's what the problem is.
And that's real, because it's a lot of shit that I can read. I'll read it, but just because I read it don't mean I understand what the fuck it is. Like, I can read something and I'll be like, yo. Or I can watch something like, yo, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? So comprehension can go a long way, whether it's relationship, whether it's whatever. Yeah. It can go a long way. Hey, what's going on, son? Yo, I just got jacked for my guac. My guac on live on.
Well, I'm gonna give you an example, bro. This lady just told me.
That nigga got jacked for his guac. Hey, yo, Jake.
Hey, Jake. I didn't even say that shit right. Well,
yeah, but man, what you can expect though, for the people out there that's tuning in, man, first off, shout out to the homie Ben Ready, for having us on his show. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that nigga. I'm joking.
Taking the time out, you feel me? Reaching out.
Are you fucking
You know,
kidding me?
bro is you know, he in the game right now, real tough. You know, real tough. And what, you know, how can you follow the blueprint? The fucking blueprint. You know what I mean? And that's what's wrong with us today. You know, somebody will get on, somebody will figure out some shit and not want to hand it down to the next man so that man can come up. You know, bro was all love. Like, hey, you serious about this shit? Like, low key, show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to prove myself. We had to prove ourselves. Like, hey, look, low key, show me. Like, are y'all serious? And after that, it's like the door's open, bro. And that's where we are, King's Corner Podcast, nigga. We coming Friday, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Y'all tune in.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be raw, real, uncut.
A little bit of everything.
We here.
I mean, we're gonna bust your heads against the concrete with
here.
The subject matters.
We might even hit y'all with a special, you know, it's Valentine's Day this weekend, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Speaking of
Valentine's Day this weekend.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing this
special
weekend?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, a bunch of suckers buying all them roses and shit. Don't spend all your money up.
Hey, why
You mean for
they
Valentine's
gotta be
Day?
suckers, man? Why they gotta be suckers?
I'm thinking about Father's Day. They ain't buying nobody no roses. They don't buy me shit. What is a male? Well, why is there not a male Valentine's Day? What do we get? We don't get nothing.
Shit.
Exactly.
Go.
You don't get that same stuff that you got 365. Spend all your money up.
Bro said you gonna get that same head you got
balls and jaws
the day before or the day after, basically.
That's basically what it is. You spending your money up for what? Okay, you know what? Respect to the ladies. You do deserve it. If you deserve it,
he can't take that.
I'm trying to clean it up.
Now.
If you deserve it, then hopefully they'll do it for you and stuff. But there's a lot of people that's undeserving. And there's a lot of guys out here too that don't comprehend. They'll set themselves back on this situation. If you out there and you got somebody you care about, make sure you do a little something. But at the same time, she got to do a little something too.
Hey, look, we don't want to give them too much, man. King's Corner Podcast, that's what it is, though.
Yeah, say something for the podcast.
Filter yourself, please.
Please say something for the podcast. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess to take this episode out. Damn, I'm looking at the albums. I'm trying to think what joint I should go out with. We got right here. We got this is off the Book of Rose album. This is Beautiful featuring Static Clean. Can y'all introduce who Static Clean and introduce the song too as well before we get up out of here?
Oh, he chose one. All right, before we do, I have to say, Steve-O, ST ... Volume 1, Volume 2. Volume 1 is on all platforms. Go to YouTube and listen to that. That's a dedication to our boy, to our family, to our brother.
We love you.
And the second album, Volume 2, is on datpiff.com. Please listen to that. Listen to his excellence of workmanship and his style. All credit due to Steve-O, ST ...
Facts.
We love him. That's our brother.
Facts.
Besides that, King's Corner Podcast coming to you. This song is called Beautiful. And we put this together. My brother came, whammed me with it. It was beautiful. And we put that together, and you're going to see a little bit of my atheism on the song. I had to do some atheism stuff. Besides that, the song is beautiful. It describes Valentine's Day and what we believe that a woman should be, and our women to us. Please listen and love it.
Let's go, man.
King's Corner.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Kingz Corner Podcast. Y'all tune in Friday night, 7 p.m., man. I'm your host, King Rose.
And I'm the host, I Am King.
Yeah, Kingz Corner Podcast, Friday night. Y'all tune in, man.
It's so beautiful. Yeah. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, so beautiful. When you reflect on the way you living, when you look back to the patience that it took to build it, now you relax in the space where your heart is healing. Slow to react to them demons and them evil spirits. Because of that, I found my way to my ambition. I'm stronger now because the pain always kept me living. I close my eyes and see the faces of my 3 children. So beautiful, I'm blessed with the life they living. I take a moment and look back to all the many women, every situation I've been in and how it ended. Like, will I ever find that one who remained committed? And yeah, my life is like a movie and I wrote the script. And yeah, before the credits roll, watch me win it. Before they dirty up my name, I'ma get the dishes. I hope they recognize my heart, good intentions. My nigga, this is rich. So beautiful. Yeah. It's so beautiful. Yeah.
The beautifulest thing in this world is just like that.
It's so beautiful.
What do I consider beautiful? A conversation without any ridicule. Being able to look at you without think that I gotta get rid of you. It's beautiful that you can come to logical conclusions without acting hysterical. You're a modern day miracle. I love your sense of humor, so I pay to push back your cuticles. Critical thinker, diligently winning from the breast of knowledge. Searching for your pinnacle, elegant, eloquent. An expression of your words without sounding absurd or cynical. Absolutely beautiful. We both are atheists. We hear Bible verses. We both become analytical. Vegan, all natural. That's beautiful. We wake up to make up to you with no makeup. Your mind, body, soul, irresistible. I'm a woman with no pettiness. A year ago was unconceivable. Surprising, yet so uprising. So tantalizing. You give 2 shits about females who call them on Verizon. Every night back arch right until the early bright morning light. You keep a nigga looking for your horizon. Over the sun. The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that.
Yeah.
The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that.
That's that King Rose off that the Book of Rose. It's that beautiful featuring Static Clean.
Yeah.
Static Clean. Also AKA I Am King, you know what I'm saying, for those that don't know. So it's just so they know that the music and the podcasting is real intertwined, man. And from me to y'all, it's like, it's a good stepping stone, and to it's one career going into the next. It's like it's a dope transition to where there's a lot of life lessons that y'all and me as well have went through up until this point, like from this day now until back when you were born. There's so many lessons that you can give to people that's our age and also to the younger crowd, you know what I'm saying, to give them, the knowledge and the do's and the right way. And if you, like we said, man, you make that bed, you got to lay in it, and you have to learn how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Kingz Corner podcast is going to be something dope and interesting to where, it's most definitely going to be one in a kind, man. You know what I'm saying? So before we get out of here, do y'all have any last words? Y'all have cash apps to give out? Y'all have anything?
Appreciate that, bro.
Instagrams. What y'all want to get out to the people? Y'all got the floor.
Shit, man. You know, first off, you know, people want to get at us, you know, as far as, you know, ideas on shows, they can get at us at Kingz Corner Podcast, Kingz with a Z, Corners Podcast at gmail.com. You know, we got a Facebook page up and running now, Kingz Corner Podcast. You know, on Facebook, you can get at me, you know, Kenyon Rose at Facebook, King Rose the Rebirth at Instagram. If you need to get at me personally, my bro gonna give out his
spell
stuff
it for him. Spell it for him.
If you want to hit me on I Am King on Facebook, and it's with an EYEAMKING. That's with an I, like eyeball, and also on Instagram I Am King1 on Instagram, and you know, hit us up, and shout out to my artist in South Africa. You know, he's going to be doing our logos and everything. Shout out to him.
Yeah, most definitely.
And shout outs to everyone, the listeners, and we take we're humbled by the situation, and you know,
that Cash App gonna be coming soon too. You know, y'all stay tuned on that. You know, we'll be giving out that information later date. But you know, mainly if you want to reach out to us, you know, you can contact us both. Kingz Corner, KINGZ Corner Podcast at gmail.com. That's how you can get in contact with us for sure. On any topics, anything you need to holler at us about, we'll be there.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what's up, man. Any song y'all want to go into off of one of y'all albums to leave out on, whether it's King Rose or, you know, I Am King, what y'all got? I'm on, and to let y'all know, I'm on iTunes. So whatever y'all got on iTunes.
What's that? I think it's Name Me King on
I Am King phone. All right, God damn it! You done did on the I Am King album. The one that the other song with King Rose is on towards the end, I think it's number 11. You're singing about the female.
We don't even know what that is right now.
Damn. Let's look on the I Am King album. The other song with King Rose, like number 11, that song. I can't even think of the name of that.
Think of the name of it.
It's beautiful though. God damn it. You
want to play that right there?
So,
wait,
that's a bomb ass song.
Hey, look, can you do me a favor?
It's on the,
pull up, if you can, pull up
American Atheist.
The telephone joint?
Yeah, number like 10 or 11, the song with King featuring King Rose. It's Telephone. Play Telephone, goddammit. That's one of my favorite songs, goddammit. That's your favorite song is Mother Earth. My favorite song is Telephone. Y'all gonna love that shit.
All right, we're going to get up out of here, man. Kingz Corner Podcast, Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Where can they find it at, y'all?
We're gonna be on YouTube Live. You can check us out on YouTube Live. And we're going to try to get it on Facebook Live as well. But if not, it'll be on YouTube Live. We got a Kingz Corner Podcast YouTube channel. We'll be sending the link out to everybody.
All right, for sure, man. Y'all stay safe, man. This is This that Telephone by I Am King featuring King Rose. Poddin around. First episode, we up out of here.
I heard your ringtone. That's the flashes of your
Most love, bro. Good love.
The way the sunlight reflects off of your skin tone. Not quite dark chocolate, baby, you're closer to a red bone. I'll always only be a phone call away. A small conversation, the intimacy of simple things we have to say. I love the thought of seeing you every day. The hate you always gonna be there. Man, fuck them hoes. You're a dime in those hoes. Always gonna be jealous. And them niggas worried about who I'm fucking, plain and simple. That's just gay. But anyway, in this winter, you're the summer wind. My beginning and my end. In a world full of frowns, I can only see you grin. She's not only my lover, she's my friend. So sorry to say we're at her end. You lose, she wins. So
I'm leaving this whole relationship behind. You don't see that I am one of a kind. I have more important things to do with my time. You ain't just a six, my new girl's love. She just a telephone call away. She sings for me. Girl, I will feel. Girl, I sings for me. She put a message in the phone, baby. She sings for me. Girl, I will be alright. She sings for me.
my ex-girls acted so ridiculous. They got in the way of these sentences. We couldn't get past our differences. Fuck, they wasn't even ticklish. One reason that I love being with you, your love replenishes. So this song is in remembrance. Your love is legendary, like Prince and his instruments. Solidified, no longer experiment. My ex asked who you were. Don't worry about who I was. Didn't want to demeanor. Just know that the grass is truly greener. My relationship before her, I really can't remember. So you were nothing. She is everything. Profession to static claim. A diamond ring to I am king. So Miss Things, she's the batter up. You had your swing. The playing field is leveling. Your bullshit is unraveling. Thanks for time traveling. Your memories, what I'm shoveling. So
I'm leaving this whole relationship behind. You don't see that I am one of a kind. I have more than
King's Corner Podcast, Friday, 7 Pacific Standard Time. YouTube, King's Corner Podcast. Peace, y'all. California to Arizona. Trifecta.
Girl, I will be alright. She sings for me.